In this video I'll demonstrate the LFB Lab Level 45 solution I have for the weekly event here. I'm at level 38 now with a command center level 6, which might be important, I guess. I'm using, as you can see, a level 10 Humvee platoon with all full range equipment. I'm going to spawn in this very lower left hand corner here. So I'll get the wall and take out the running man. And I'm going to focus a little bit on how to best align your platoon for the attack that's upcoming. I'm going to wait for both of these choppers to come. I don't need, at least with my range on my platoon, they don't need my assistance in killing that, focusing on the chopper anyway. So what I'm going to do, rather than run straight through the gap here, which would be the natural inclination, I guess, I'm going to take the platoon up and to the right and slightly in front of this barrier to draw them into a slightly narrower corridor so that we can try and avoid bringing that striker into play. I'll target one of these guys behind the wall, and he's proving troublesome here. Sometimes these guys focus down earlier. I've moved forward a little bit too early there and forced the striker into play, which is annoying. So as you can see, the troops are a little bit dispersed. Using a wall as a focus point, aside from the fact we actually do want to take this down, you see puts everything in a line. So when you approach, I'm going to put my next target point in line with the left corner of the command center there. When you approach in a straight line, all your guns come to bear at once, and it really reduces the amount of time taken to destroy a turret. Again, focusing on the command center draws everyone into a line. In this case, it's good enough for the anti-air, but not good enough for the turret, for the gun. So what you can do is use the lower remaining wall of that central gun emplacement there to align the troops slightly better. So in this case, if I line up with the power station and then focus on the power station rather than the wall, we get a nice tight and single width formation, if you like, so that when we go to attack this howitzer here, again focusing in front of it rather than on the unit itself, he fires over and to the back rather than hitting the group. If the group had been this kind of depth, they would have taken damage for sure. So again, lining in this case with the right hand wall there, and then focusing on the anti-air, we can draw the guys into a line, and then once he's down, focusing on this wall over here, draws them all into a tight pack, and then we can push them all forward together, which with a squad size of 5, it can get a little bit unwieldy. It's certainly not as compact and tight as the 4-4 formation. And here I've considered using air support here to kill this last unit. It's only a level 3 turret, so these level 10 of these level 10 fully maxed equipment drones can take him out. I mean, he does fire the weapon, but it's like he's dead before that he does any damage. And in terms of doing as many runs as possible, you know, that action can be brought into play as these Humvees attack the gun emplacement, reducing the amount of time that you take to complete the level. So one thing worth mentioning about this, particularly if you're a new player, or if you're stuck for time, using lower level rewards. Actually, it's worth mentioning here that in this weekly event, they've been very specific about their rewards here. Almost everything is either for the BMP or the new Panzer weapon, and they're all very expensive, even for level 38. There isn't much here for me. I already have the reactive armour for the Abrams, which I'd recommend getting absolutely for every player as soon as possible, and at 2,500 that's achievable for everyone, even doing the 400 low missions. The reinforced fuel tank is the only thing I'd be interested in here for the Thunderbolt. So it's worth noting that, particularly for the newer players, that using these tier 1 strike rewards, particularly the first row there, the S-13s, the artillery strike, and sometimes the Cobras, depending on what map you're attacking, then you can really reduce the amount of oil that you're expending. And at 15, it's an extremely cheap attack. So I'll demonstrate this in another run now, and we'll see the difference it makes to the oil consumption on this level. So a good run on this has seen about 800. Seems to be about the norm-ish. Oh, that's 1100 this time. I'm not really sure what happened there. I was pretty confident that was a decent run, so let's hope I've got enough oil in the background. 1100, okay, that's enough. Okay, so a second run then, employing artillery strike this time to take out that first gun emplacement section. Attack here again, removing the AI as usual. Didn't select it, did I? Don't. Alright, next time then. So this needs to be a cheap run. I need a sub 1000 attack here to make the difference. Should be fine to do that. So once again we'll try on this narrow corridor approach. See if we've got more success keeping that striker out of my way. I'm going to peel off the 3 there to try and take care of those guys. Oops. Again, move forward. Yeah, that's a little bit too early. So we use the wall to line everyone up. We're not going to do that this time. Let's make a run into that corner. So I guess here's an example of how much extra shooting time the gun gets when you're not... Oops. Move too far forward. Oh, this is a bit of a shambles actually. Yeah, moved too far forward there and ran into the line of the howitzer. So again, targeting this wall over here draws the troop into a straight line and then gives us a faster opportunity to take out the gun turrets. Straightening up for the power station. And single file, if that's the correct terminology to use, is the important thing here. Note the howitzer shot goes straight over. So we've just got the beginnings of our tight formation. Focus on this wall, and then as soon as everyone's in position you can attack. And we'll attack with our 10 guys here immediately this time. So, in our second run, it looks cheaper than the last one. Yeah. Okay. So on this run we'll employ the very cheap artillery strike. It doesn't hurt to hit this near side wall either here, but I'll aim for the dead center of this group here. And this is where we take most of the damage, so yeah, that was perfect. Doesn't always happen with artillery strikes. They seem a little bit more random than most of the other strikes, but as you can see, that the potential for not taking damage has increased exponentially therefore. Well, perhaps not exponentially, but still, it's pretty good. Nonetheless, I'll keep the narrow corridor approach, because I do want to keep that striker out of play if possible. So now we can attack these guys directly. Now you can see almost 0 damage, where we would normally have taken almost all of the damage that we take in the level. Target the back wall and then the turrets. Gives us a slightly tighter formation. These can get tedious, these weekly and monthly grinds, but they really are worth it in some cases. In fact, timing the monthly rewards with your potential for upgrading to your next tier level, you know, the 34s, the 44s, and the like, is actually really useful. You can store more thorium and more metal by collecting the rewards, and it'll give you a head start when it comes to leveling up and upgrading your units. So in this case, a 15 credit artillery strike is going to save us, I reckon, probably around 300 to 400 oil. And if you use 2 or 3 of those, if you've got some already, for instance, in your arsenal, then yeah, I mean, you could save probably enough for another 2 or 3 runs. Yeah, 400. So half the cost for only a 15 credit spend. So that's definitely worth it. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope it was useful. Take care.